Holy smokes, you guys, do I have new information on Bitcoin? And yes, we're going to be discussing, can Bitcoin hit $30,000? But before we get started, please hit that like button that tells the algorithm, hey, this is a good video, promote it. It costs you nothing and it helps me a ton. I do not get paid whatsoever for any of my YouTube videos. So that goes a long ways. Please hit that like button and subscribe, and let's get going. First, let me put these away, and Bitcoin. So you guys have probably been seeing over the past couple of days and weeks, Bitcoin has been hammered. If you look at what Bitcoin was just a couple of months ago, it hit highs of $69,000. And now take a look at where Bitcoin is at today at a lousy 36,000. So if you do some simple math, that's almost 50% loss. So you're probably asking yourself, what are the next support levels that Bitcoin could fall to? Because maybe we want to buy the dip, right? And we don't want to buy the dip, the dippity dip, the dippity dip, dip, dip. We want to buy the dip before it shoots up. Am I right? So in this video, I'll explain when we're going to hit 30K and where it goes from there. Will that be the absolute bottom? Will that be the time to buy in? Or should we wait longer? That question will be answered right now. So first, let's get to why Bitcoin is dropping. Bitcoin is dropping because it's seen as a risky asset. See, we have big investors, we got small investors, and then we got the whales. And the whales do not have high risk of appetite. Some of us small investors, those retail investors, all of the Wall Street bets, they have big appetite for risk. But they also don't have a ton of money that they're floating into Bitcoin. So with this being said, we now have the Federal Reserve who's turning hawkish. And by hawkish, what I mean by that is they're going to start raising interest rates and being much tighter with their financial policies this year. What they will be starting this year, they've already announced it to us, is quantitative tightening. And what quantitative tightening is when they start buying money off of their balance sheet. They've also mentioned that they plan on raising interest rates 4 times. With all of this being said, that's going to make Bitcoin a risky asset, not perform as well because we're going to have less liquidity in the market. So now that we know why Bitcoin is dropping, let's talk about where it drops to next. So with it sitting around $36,000, my prediction is it's going to have extremely strong support levels at 30,000. And the reason behind that is the Michael Saylors have been dollar cost averaging in at about an average of $30,000. What does this mean? So DCA, or dollar cost average, means that, for example, you buy a Bitcoin at, we'll say, $20,000. And then a couple months go by and then you buy another Bitcoin at $40,000. Well, now your dollar cost average is $30,000 because you've bought at $20,000 and at $40,000. So we get that median price of $30,000. And we have a ton of Bitcoin whales like a Michael Saylor who have dollar cost averaged in at about 30,000. So super strong supports. We're going to see the charts go down, hit that 30K level, and then shoot up probably a couple of K. And what this is we have algorithms that are programmed at a certain level to buy. Especially the big investors are using computers these days to buy assets like Bitcoin or stock using an algorithm. So they set a price target and then they say buy at this price. Well, of course, these big whales, they know that the 30,000 support line has a ton of money. Now to the juicy part. Once we see that 30,000 trend level broken below Bitcoin, we're gonna see a rapid fall down to 20K. This is a lofty prediction and pretty far out, but I'm willing to make it that I could see Bitcoin fall from 30K to 20K within a matter of days, possibly one day. And then from there, if it hits 20K, we're gonna hover between 12 and 20K is my prediction. So what I'm watching for, if I decide to buy the Bitcoin dip, if it hits 30K and hits extremely strong support levels and bounces up and then tries to bounce back to 30K again support levels, that might be a good time to buy in at 30K because that might be our support level and it's not gonna go down. But if I see a 30K hit with a small bounce and then it breaks below 30K, that in my opinion is a signal that it's gonna go all the way down to 20K. Now, once it hits 20K, I will probably be dollar cost averaging in at 20K because I believe it could also drop below, but I'm not sure. And anything that I believe 20K or below Bitcoin is actually an extreme bargain. I see Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies similar to the .com era when Amazon, Google, Apple all started to emerge. So I do think that this could be a long-term play if you buy in at around 20K. Now, I want to hear what your guys' comments are in the comments section. Please let me know. And guys, thank you so much for liking the video and subscribing to my channel. It means a lot. And I want to bring you guys more videos every day about everything money. So as always, subscribe and I'll see you in the next one.